doing. So thank you.
I feel very blessed to be able to do this, honestly. It's just been awesome. And I think the more voices we get out there, the better. And especially women, we had such unique experiences in this organization. So it's super important to do. So as you know, I always start these out the same way. I'm going to take a little bit of a step back, and I'm going to let you start from the beginning. Were you born and raised in the organization? Were you brought in later? What did that look like? What was your childhood like in the organization?
So I would say I was pretty much raised in it since I was 4. I was raised by my aunt, my dad's sister, and her husband. So at 4 years old, I came into their family. And what I was told is that the witnesses came to her door years prior, and she had been praying. So it was kind of like one of those things where she thought that her prayers were answered by the witnesses. So they were already in years in when I came in. Aside from that, my dad, who was never a witness, my aunt is the only one that is a witness, by the way. And my dad suffered addiction with alcohol. He lived a really rough lifestyle. So I never got to live with him, but I did get to spend time with him. So during that upbringing, when I was very young, I got to kind of see both sides of life. The JW side when I was 4, and then with my dad when I was really young as well. There were times I remember I did Halloween. I never told my aunt or anyone that, but I did. I celebrated Halloween when I was with my dad when I was little. So basically just the totally different lifestyle I got to experience. And I also feel having a lot of family that wasn't witnesses helped as well. Our family was not exemplary at all. My uncle was not a nice man, let's just say, abusive, just not nice. So I lived a lot in fear, I feel, growing up, even like as a witness and as a child, to do, study your watchtower, go out in service, do all the things, but if I disobeyed, it was pretty drastic. So, but a constant state of fear growing up. I just, I didn't want to get in trouble, but when I did, it was really bad.
Yeah.
So.
I'm sorry to hear that. That's rough. I think, unfortunately, there's a lot of abuse and just not good people that hide very easily in this organization. And it's just unfortunate that so many young ones like yourself, have to deal with that amount of pressure on you and that amount of fear in life. That's so not right by any means. Yeah.
I think especially when you are in the true religion, or what you're told anyways, but then bad things happen and you're just confused and you're wondering, why does this person act this way if they're a witness? I do know that my uncle did not take into the witnesses right away when my aunt did. So she was all for it. He wasn't. And he came in later. But it was very much, we just lived in fear. I will say my cousins are like my sisters, so I will say sisters, so if it's confusing or whatever like that. So my one sister older that I'm close with, she's helped me a lot through this process. But it was really hard growing up. But the plus side, we had a lot of kids. There was a lot of kids in the congregation. There was a lot of kids in the other congregations. We got together a lot, sleepovers when we were growing up. Since we couldn't celebrate Halloween and stuff, there was a bug party, they called it. So people dressed up. And one of the things I love that you'll find later is I love spiders. So that I'll have to find the picture, but there's a picture. I made a spider hat, because you